having everybody connected through this app has just been unreal. We've been looking for our shop. We have 3 full-time mechanics, and we needed something for billing what we were spending money on, where everything was going, parts, and to track the work being done. We looked through different softwares that retail shops use for that kind of thing. It just wasn't fitting what we were looking for. I don't know. My dad, he got onto it somehow. He heard from somebody talking about this grip. We looked it up and thought this is pretty close to what we're looking for. And yeah, got in with on with Tracy, and it's kind of been a rocket ship from there. I never thought we'd have so many units tagged. We got a little bit of everything. We've got cow, calf, feedlot, and grain. We've got, yeah, a fair amount of grain and a fair amount of cows and a fair amount of feedlot. We've got about 35 people on staff usually. That's where this app has been really nice to kind of connect all of that. Everybody's on the app and on our main activity page. Everybody can access that, see what's going on. When you scan a machine, you can see what kind of history we've had. I run the maintenance side of things, so I'm in charge of that, but being able to just share that information instantaneously, where I just say, go look at GRIPP. I don't have to explain to somebody what's going on. Before, I would have it all up here and forget half of it, right? And when I'm talking to somebody about what's going on with this machine, we're trying to watch for this or other things. We needed something to organize our work a little bit better. And that's where we did start looking at these softwares that most retail shops use. It was all set up for retail shops for billing and putting those work orders out. For us, we're so diversified. We can't just have, we're going to do this, this, and this, and this, because the feed trucks breaks down, well, then that jumps priority on top of everything. That's where our chaos stems from. And with those retail shop softwares, they weren't inclusive for everybody. You're not connecting the operator to the shop. You're just connecting a shop, which is not what we are. We're not outsourcing our work. We're trying to get everybody involved, and that's what GRIPP's done for us. We weren't looking for that to begin with, but once we stumbled upon GRIPP, we realized it's exactly what we needed. They send sticker tags that you put in the machine. You scan it with your phone, and immediately you have a list of questions. You take a picture of the machine and put the unit number. It's totally up to you what you want to do. So we have quite a few units. In the past, we had a diesel sheet. Anytime you filled a unit up with fuel, we had a diesel sheet and a gas sheet, and each piece of equipment got a unit number. D stands for diesel, so we had D 1, 2, 3, 4, and just down the line. That was our code. We tried integrating that into some of these other softwares. We can mold them app however we want. Like you get your checklists, and whatever I asked for, we get. And that was really daunting to start with because I didn't know what I wanted or how I wanted the app to look. And he just sent me a base. He said, here, start this. This is what we've got. And the world's your oyster, basically. Whatever you want in this checklist, we'll make it happen. I'll just pull up, see if I can show you one here. This is our activity page. At the very top, I've got 60 results. These are things on our list that we need to either do or fix. I've got all of our trailers, trucks, all of our power units, combines on here. So we have 100 assets tagged right now. All of our drills, manure spreaders, tractors, combines, all of it on there. As well as I've got a tag set. He also sends plastic tags that you can hang on a nail. I've got one of those in our mill. So we have our own roller mill for the feedlot. We're writing down anytime we change a belt, it's in the app. Anybody can access it. If we've got a smoked belt, we're not fighting, looking for your number or that kind of thing. Like if we got to go to town and get a belt, you're not trying to guess or remember or writing it in a book. It's in the app. You got it on your phone. So you scan that tag. It can go beyond just equipment. We've got a tag for the mill. I've got a tag set for feedlot maintenance. So my pen riders, when they go out, if they got a busted fence, they just snap a picture of it. It goes on there. We have a full-time welder, so he sees that, and it doesn't have to go through me. It can just go direct through the app, and everybody can see it. I think it's well worth it because we would have just gotten to the 100 units recently, and we've been with GRIPP for 3 months or 4 months now. The day we got those tags, I was so excited. I went out and that's all I did all day was just tag, 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 tag. Because I knew I didn't want to have this tagged and that not tagged, and then people don't know what's expected, especially then, right? So we have daily checks on there, like every morning when you do your check the oil, check the coolant, that kind of thing. It's on there. So that's what we're trying to start to do. Every morning when you get in a piece of machinery, scan that, do those daily checks, and then everybody's kind of looking at things. I mean, our biggest problem rates are our wheel loaders and telehandlers because they're the kind of thing that a lot of people just hop in and go and run for 5 to 10 minutes, shut it off, park it, and nobody's really responsible for it. In every construction, trucking, feedlots, I think across the board, anybody dealing with equipment and people, I mean, they're like, it is so easy to get on, like to onboard people onto it. Once you have your basic people up and you start to understand how to run it, getting new people on is so quick and easy. So you just go to the plus button here. When you want to scan your tag, you just hit scan. Then your camera comes up, you scan the tag, it automatically scans the QR code that's on the sticker, and you get your asset. The invite button is right there. So there's my invite to Corview Farms. You take your phone like you do when you have an online menu at a restaurant, scan that. It automatically takes you to the app. You do have to have the app downloaded. Once you have the app, go to the camera, scan this, and it automatically takes you for us to, your Corview Farms side of GRIPP. You put your information in. It asks you for your phone number, email, your name, and your job position. And bang, you're in. Sends you an email confirmation and you're done. This app brings so much accountability. Even if I'm not standing over someone's shoulder, when you open that app and you look at those things, you're going to look harder. It's done it to me, myself. I've caught myself going, well, I won't check that, and then open up the app and go, well, no, I'm going to lead this thing. It helps tell you what to do. Like for our onboarding before this was me just looking at somebody and telling them what I expect them to check before they get in a piece of equipment. So when we've got manure spreaders, a tractor, I point to every oil level and say, you need to check this, this, this. By the time you get to the end of that machine, they've forgotten half of it. But if you walk through it with that list in their hand and point things, they retain it a hell of a lot better. It's done a lot for us. It's been work too. Like it's hasn't been perfect, but I mean Tracy's been more than open to work on it. He's so open to suggestions and me asking questions and if we can do this and do that. With the mill setup, you can have setup intervals. One of the big reasons why we went with the app is because it's really kind of hard to explain. We do our oil changes every 250 hours on everything, all of our construction equipment, ag stuff, highway trucks, all of it. I can't even count the amount of times I get in something because I don't do a whole lot of sitting in a machine. We're at 400 hours. How did we miss this? With this app, you put your hours in when you fuel the machine up and you have your set threshold. So you do a service at 7,000 hours. You can set an alert at 7,250. You fuel up that machine and it's got 7,250 hours. We get an automatic alert that that machine needs a service. So that gets rid of me constantly trying to tell people when our service intervals are. It helps with pre-planning too. Because then it's, well, this needs a service if it runs for another 10 or 20 hours. And that was 90% of my daily life. Even with the grain side, and you have that accountability as to what you've checked, when you checked it, when you greased it, who greased it. That accountability is there. If something's not happening, then it's easier to look someone in the eye and say, hey, this didn't happen the way it should. They feel much more connected. We've got a lot. We are very diversified. We do pretty much all of our own work. We harvest all ourselves. We do get our silage custom done, so we only swap and pack, which we're in the middle of right now. Haul all of our own manure, spread all of our own manure. We haul all of our own cattle. We haul all of our own grain. We've got a lot going on. There's a lot of things flying around, and just trying to keep everything straight and everything prioritized, especially on our shop side, because we run older equipment. All of our tractors are John Deere 9420s. We have 4640s that we work the snot of year round. So it's aging equipment that requires quite a bit of maintenance. We just had a farm meeting a couple of weeks ago about what we're going to expect from everybody. Because as the owners and the leaders, we all need to be on the same page. We can't expect other people to do it if we're not going to do it, right? Sound familiar? That's where GRIPP's really easy too. Like when we do CVIP inspections, we are farm plated, but we still CVIP our stuff because it's on the highway lots. I think it's a good idea just to stay compliant when we're on the road all the time. So the guys, when they do the work in there, there's just a text box specified to that machine and also can be specified to that task. So I have a CVIP set up under a trailer. Our guys just put in part numbers and write in what they've done. What's under that specific machine and problem. How many times do you go to something, and even a combine, and say, I know we replaced that chain, or when did we do that? Nobody knows. Right? If you have premature wear or things like that, we replaced that bearing. Yeah, when? And that's on the app. And we're just being on for 3 or 4 months. We're just starting to see how well we knew that was going to be awesome, but we're really starting to get to utilize it. Being able to find your current part number is 3/4 of the battle. Once you do that, it's really easy to talk to your dealership and give them the number. We're finding that your parts desk is, for us, getting more difficult to get what you need. There's lots of filters, and you can go to even just a specific asset and then filter through. And it's not all just for like this needs fixed, that needs fixed. You can just leave notes on there as well. So like with the notes, you can just leave an issue that you had, a code that maybe flashed for 5 minutes and then disappeared. You can write that down, when it happened and at X amount of hours. Just having that tribal knowledge is one of the biggest things. You don't have to stand there and have those conversations and then you forget what you were going to say. You can just tell someone, go look at GRIPP, see what they did, see what happened. If you had a miserable time fixing something, you can explain what you did to make it easier, and that could be helpful in the future as well. That was my experience, that we've been able to tailor it to however we want it. Like our daily checks, like we've got easy tabs to write if you've added hydraulic oil, engine oil, or coolant, and how much. And you just type that in. He's working on us being able to pull that information off of the website on a desktop. So if you wanted to do it every 2 days, every day, weekly, monthly, it's totally up to you. You can pull that information down and find the bad actors that are leaking like that. You're not blind to it, and that machine's running around for weeks and you have no idea. That's, it's those machines that, 6 different people run, 6 different people put 2 liters of oil in it. That's a problem.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
And we have all of our fuel on it now too. So when you pull up to the pump, you write how much fuel you put in, your kilometers, your hours. And that really helps track the hours on machines and kilometers on trucks.